Yeah, for sure. And we matched up a lot in like camps and all throughout high school.
What stands out about kind of his play and how your games compare?
I mean, we both move without the ball really well. You know, we both attack the glass really strong, and I mean, he's a great player. You know, I mean, his numbers doesn't show, but he's actually a really great shooter. I mean, he's playing without the ball even better. He can play with the ball as well.
Troy, how fired up are you for this game against this top seed of Carolina team?
I'm really fired up for it, you know. I'm really fired up for the team, really. We match up against great teams. This is what we're coming for.
When you look at Carolina, what concerns you about it?
Their length and their speed, you know. Sometimes we're not really getting back, or we're getting tired. We're not talking as much on transition defense as we need to, but we've been preparing for that a lot this week.
You talked about their length. Does that mean everybody has to get on the glass for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every night we have to crash the boards hard and try to get rebounds, whether it's offensive or defensive.
We have any kind of analysts talking about it. I mean, how crazy is his rise been?
You know, ever since he first came here back in June, he kind of had a couple wild moments that he hit you. You know, obviously he was a freshman, so there were some things where he had to learn about the college game, just how to transition from high school to college. But you know, overall he's done an incredible job just getting better all year. You know, really working hard, and you know, with all the success he's having now, just keep true to what's worked for him. And you know, I think he has so much potential with his athleticism and just his mentality. If he keeps that up, he'll be a really good player.
He was so even keeled, coming out of high school and everything. Has he kept that, even though he's getting a ton of attention here in March?
Yeah, I'd say so. You know, he's definitely obviously not a huge talkative, outward person, but overall he has a really good core, and his mentality is always very focused. And I think no matter if we're in the Sweet 16 or the Final Four, he's definitely going to stay true to himself.
Is he still as quiet in the locker room as he is like in other places, or does he really open up around you guys?
I mean, he's definitely cool on the team. A lot more outward, but it's just kind of a personal thing. Who knows? Maybe in a couple of years we'll finally start actually talking to you guys, but I'm not sure.
Well, you and Yogi are the only two players who have been this far in the tournament. Have you felt kind of younger players maybe coming and asking what's it like, what's to be expected of this next level as you go further and further in the big dance?
Sure. With us being the only guys, we had that experience and kind of know the mentality of, we're going to a new place to play in the Sweet 16. There's only I don't even know how many teams still practicing now. Everyone else is on their spring break, and here we are, just got to stay focused, and every game counts, every possession counts. At this point of the year, all these teams are so good, you can't take a possession off.
Max, how do you compare Kentucky's line with North Carolina's line? How do you compare the two lines with that?
They're definitely big and long. I think they're Kentucky has a little bit more pounds down there on the block. They definitely a lot bigger athletes, but overall they're long team that you got to make sure you box out on the offensive glass, and they got shot blockers down there too, so you got to do what you can do to attack that.
What do you think you're going to play on Friday?
Hopefully, but it's not ultimately just up to me. If it was, I'd definitely be out there. But it comes down to the trainers and coaches being comfortable moving me out there.
Is it whether the ankle's okay, or is it whether you could possibly injure it, or is it pain? What's the decision?
Yeah, I think it's a mix of those things. They ask me how I feel, how the pain feels tomorrow, and they don't want it to be to a point where I can do further damage to it. So I think it'll just come down to a mixture of those things and what they think is best for me.
How much do you want to play this game?
Oh, 110%. It definitely hurt me if I'm not out there. But at the same time, I'll do whatever I can to support those guys and just help win in any way I can.
OG's obviously got a lot of attention in March, played really well. There's even NBA draft analysts tweeting about OG now. It seems crazy 9 months ago.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about his rise over the last few months?
I just think it's a sign of his maturity. He's worked really hard. He's one of those guys that's a gym rat. When I come in there late at night, he's one of those guys that come with me. So I think it's all that extra work and his maturity coming out. he listens. He's like a sponge, you know, tries to retain all the information he can to get better. And I think, you know, it's starting to reflect now.
Those late night sessions, what do you guys, you going to cook hall?
Yeah.
Working on what?
A lot of times we just shoot. You know, sometimes we play one-on-one just to get better. You know, defensively, offensively. Just a mixture of different things. Sometimes we bring managers in there with us to do, be the game shots and things like that. So different stuff.
You said late at night.
We break it down very easily. You know, coach breaks it down for us too. You know, we get out there and execute on the practice court. You know, we're very confident.
How important is it in games like this to make some runs of your own, but also prevent them from having like a 12-2 spurt, something like that? How do you stop a run when you can sense another team is making one?
We just gotta get back in transition. You know, get back in defense. Defense wins our games. You know, when we get back in defense, you know, our offense will flow through. You know, even when we're having a drought like that, we just gotta stay disciplined on defense.
What's the
Making you guys so tough to beat right now?
We just have that will to win right now. You know, well, we're very disciplined on defense right now. We're starting to click way more often out there on the court. You know, not just with the coach, but with each other as well.
How do you see this game going tomorrow in terms of up and down? Do you think it's going to go fast?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be up and down game. You know, both teams like to get out and one. You know, we like to, and we know that they do too.